Hello, my name is Carla Wakefield, and I'm going to be discussing the ethical concept of our course that had the greatest impact on me, what I learned about this concept with regard to my biblical worldview, and how I intend to put this concept into practice in my role as a leader. In order to discuss ethics, one must first understand the difference between morals and ethics. In the book, Moral Choices, An Introduction to Ethics by Scott Rae, he notes that morals is knowing the difference between what is right and wrong, and ethics is the decision of doing what is right. With this understanding in place, I am ready to discuss the concept that had the greatest impact on me. That concept is with regard to companies' code of ethics. I was amazed throughout our lesson as I came to the realization that while most companies have a code of ethics, or what some call a code of conduct, most are not clearly defined and are vague. Others, while they are clearly defined and well laid out, they are not enforced very well. During our discussion, I came to the conclusion that many companies are not being held accountable for their actions, and no one is enforcing the code. In the book Understanding Business Ethics by Peter Stanwyck and Sarah Stanwyck, they discuss the importance of what they call a living code of ethics. That meant that the code was lived by every employee at every level, including all lower, middle, and upper level management on a daily basis, as well as the executives and the board of directors. They were all held accountable for their choices and their actions. Stanwyck and Stanwyck note, a living code of ethics is based on positive, harmonious interaction. I learned that some companies can have a document regarding their code of ethics that is as short as only 1 or 2 pages, while other companies' code of ethics are lengthy and comprised of more than 60 pages. While such a large document looks good on the outside, what is really going on the inside? Who is holding the employees or the employers accountable? Who is protecting the vulnerable or the undervalued? There are so many aspects to the code of ethics. Stanwyck and Stanwyck discuss the benefits of the code of ethics as well as the content of a code of ethics. These issues protect the employees, the employers, the customers, and the stakeholders. They go on to discuss the manager's role in the code of ethics and how to create a more effective code of ethics, including training programs, hotlines to report ethical issues, and what seems important to me, leading by example. And these are just to name a few good practices. As Christian leaders, it is our responsibility to stand up for what is right. It is our privilege to lead with ethical decision making despite the actions of those around us, including our managers. We must remain strong even when it seems like everyone else is against us. Just like Aaron felt in the desert when the Israelites talked him into making them a golden calf for an idol. Aaron knew it was wrong, yet he fell to peer pressure and he did it anyway. He was held accountable for his choice and his actions, just as we all will be held accountable for our choices. This will most likely not be easy if we are going against the status quo. Scripture warns us in 1 Peter 5:8, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour." However, Ephesians 6:11 gives us strength. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. As a Christian leader, I will strive to listen to all sides and gather as much factual information as possible before making a decision. I will pray for discernment, and I will look at what is best for everyone involved and ensure that it is a values-aligned decision. I know this will not be easy due to the sinful nature of the world in which we live, but I know that with God on my side, all things are possible. For Philippians 4:13 reminds us, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.